Welcome in there, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, next up, my hometown in Mills, Indiana, for another Satellite Sunday with one of the best volleyball players in the region here, and Tatum Wade from South Central High School. So, Tatum, how's it going? How's it popping? And how is the off season treating you here early, kind of after that Andrean early exit again here. But how is everything kind of clumping up for your senior year kind of coming up here?
It's going good. I'm waiting for the travel season to start in, I believe it's January.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so how did you start in volleyball?
I started, I'd say, when I was around 9 years old because my older sister Lexi played at the Dunes, and I just wanted to try it out just to see if I liked it. And since my parents and them were already going to be there for her, I might as well try it out and just see if I liked it to the beginning.
Absolutely. And then you being a 3-year starter and varsity level here for the Satellites. But what was kind of that moment where you're like, oh, I could be really good here. I could go Division 2 or Division 1 kind of mindset, kind of coming here with the recruitment process, with your ability on the volleyball court.
I'd say this year because our team really came together. We really set goals and we really tried to achieve those, and they made me definitely better. And I think we all got a lot better throughout the season together.
Absolutely. Kind of seeing your game film and stuff like that. Um, what kind of things did you take from your sophomore year to this year as your junior year? Because it seemed like you were more aggressive with the hits and with how much impact that you had from just perfect dimes that Hope was giving you almost all year long.
I'd say my sophomore year, I got down making mistakes, and so I really got in my own head. And this year, I really figured out that if I made a mistake, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like I would get the next one, and if I got in my head, it would just be bad for the next play going into it. I'd just be in my head and it just follow.
Absolutely. So, kind of learning from your sisters and stuff like that. So with the recruitment process that you're kind of going into now, um, what could you learn from Piper and Lexi that just went through it to kind of look and see where you want to land up?
I would say they both got recruited when they went to a camp there. They kind of just fell in love with the campus, and then they just got offered a spot. And so mine, it'll be a little bit more challenging to go out and see what campuses I'm gonna like. If I like the big ones, if I like the smaller ones, just like the people around it, and just see where, I guess.
Absolutely. So what camps are you kind of looking forward to doing in your AU season and stuff like that, and kind of places where you can get a little bit more noticed and stuff for your skills and your ability and your leaping ability as an undersized off um, outside hitter as you are.
Um, I'd say just going out to and researching to see what camps I would like to go and do. If there's if it's gonna be an all around camp, if it's just gonna be outside camp, if it's per, like what is it the word positional based, or just see which camps I'm gonna want to do.
Absolutely. So you gotta be pumped about the AU season and stuff like that coming in January. So what are some things and some teams that you're looking forward to playing in that AU season to kind of even more sharpen your skills?
Um, I wouldn't say what I would like to go and play. I'd want the challenging ones to just see how we're gonna play as a team, and for the not so good ones, I'd say just waiting to see if we're all gonna come together, if we're gonna like play to where we know that we're gonna play, or if we're gonna like fall down to their level.
Absolutely. So let's kind of flash back a little bit. So how did it feel, kind of your first varsity moments playing as a freshman here at South Central in high school volleyball?
Um, I definitely say I was a little nervous, but I had my sister Piper, and I could always look up to her, like talk to her if there was anything I needed to do. And she'd always just push me and be like, "There's no need to be scared. You know how to play. Just do what you do."
Absolutely, absolutely. So kind of having her for 2 years, that had to be one of the best experiences. And plus having your dad as one of the coaches. So that must have been like a nice little like security blanket during practice and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. They'd always just push me to my best and just always just keep me going.
Absolutely. So what's it like having your dad as assistant coach?
I actually really like it because he knows where I can play, and like if I get down, he knows what to do to like get me back up, and just tells me like which like placements to put the ball, and he sees the court, and then he'll come up and like tell me where to like put the ball, or like how to help my team with the points.
Absolutely. And plus, him filming almost every single game is a huge plus as well, even for us, because I've talked to him and said thank you for it. Because if we mess up, we'll just kind of do the broadcast through your father the next day. But anyway, going into your sophomore year last year, when you have Piper, Lauren, Maddie, and Kylie, great seniors. So, what kind of things did you take from them coming to this year when you're the upperclassman, when you're the junior, when you're one of the stars on the team and stuff like that?
I'd say taking from them, just bringing up like the freshmen or sophomores, because they're always going to be scared wanting to come if they get brought onto our court. Just always like pushing them to do their best, just like how would I want someone to do for me, which was my freshman and sophomore year.
Absolutely. So, kind of going into everything along those lines, what was your favorite gym playing in the first 3 years of your high school career?
Um, oh, that's a hard one. I would say my favorite gym is the Couch game because it's always so packed. They always have a bunch of their community, and it's always going to be so loud, and it's always so like there's always everything going on at once, and you really have to like focus and know what you want to and just keep the distraction outside.
Absolutely. I love that answer because I talked to Rachel earlier this year. So what was going through your head when Couts was up 2-0 and it was dominant? So what was kind of going through your head in that moment?
I was like, oh boy, this is going to be a hard one to come back to, definitely. But I felt very confident in that we were going to push through it. And like we knew I went into it like knowing like I am not going to lose. I'm going to help my teammates do everything that so that we don't lose as a team. And I just kind of brought them together, and we just really wanted to win.
Absolutely. So there's kind of a little bit of a built rivalry there. Last couple of years, you guys kind of in the semifinals BCC take one from Couts last year after they kind of swept you, and then they came and did the same thing to you guys this year. So what's going to happen next year with that rivalry? I don't know.
I really want round robin and the PCC championship. I really want both of those plaques in our school. And so I think that if we just work hard and know that we're going to want it and we are going to go and do it, I think that we'll get both.
I mean, you got a lot coming back. You got Hope, you got the Mark sisters, uh, you got Welsh. I think McKenna's going to have a nice little sophomore year. So you guys got recipe, especially since Couts has graduated so many seniors this year. So that's gonna kind of and it just leaves the door wide open for you guys for the PCC and this and that for both. Uh, but what was kind of the hardest game this year to play and the opponent? Who was the hardest opponent to face all year?
Um, the hardest opponent, oh boy. I would say probably I don't know. There was a few. I think the hardest one that we really weren't expecting too much was actually Couts. I feel like they just like came out and like I feel they just had a different like mindset and mentality going into it. And I don't know. I just feel like they really wanted it and we really wanted it too. And so we both like just kept pushing and pushing and we none of us wanted to lose. And so we were just fighting our hardest out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nice answer. Nice answer. So, kind of going off the court and stuff like that. So, how is the 4-H stuff coming and how is it kind of because it seems like that's kind of your self-care after a hard volleyball season or school and this and that.
Oh yeah. 4-H like different because I like fall in love with it. I just really love doing it. And it kind of like gets my mindset off of like anything that happened and like I know that like I'm going to go there and I'm going to have so much fun with all my 4-H like friends and family and stuff.
Okay, nice, nice. Okay, so what are some things that you're looking forward to this year, the rest of this year, and with the senior year coming up? So, what are some things are you looking forward to?
Um I'm looking forward to definitely the next volleyball season and I'm really pumped about that and I'm really looking forward to our travel season this year because I've heard a few girls on my team and I'm just really wanting to start and get back into the groove with something that I really enjoy doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so what is one of your superstitions before a game?
Um I don't really have one if I think about it. I kind of just go with the flow and just I don't know. I don't really think I have one.
Okay, what is the funniest moment, either travel ball or with high school, the kind of with your teammates and stuff like that that you've ever had experience wise with volleyball?
I think last year was funny. One of our coaches at some point in the season either tripped and fell or fell over something and all the times we actually got to see it and we all shared it and we all just thought it was the funniest moments.
Okay, so you got it on air and then you just want to kind of okay, I feel that. I feel that. Okay, so let's see here. Kind of going, let's see, trying to think of questions. Okay, so we're gonna go into our hot corner segment. Okay, for you, Tatum. So we're gonna ask you questions, get to know you a little bit better, and stuff like that. So, okay, what is your favorite sports movie of all time?
Sports movie. I don't know. I don't really watch a bunch of movies. Um if I had to do one, um oh, I just lost it now. It's the one, if you can think of it, the baseball one, where it's like a bunch of like the, I'd say teenagers that they all just would always get together and they'd always like play a baseball game. Oh, I forget the name.
Okay, so The Sandlot.
Yes, yes, the Sandlot. That's what it is.
Okay, hey, it's all good. I've had college athletes who got nervous with that question too. So, like, some people forgot the remember of the Titans and stuff like that, and
Good one.
it's all good. So, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
My favorite Halloween candy is definitely
Okay. Nice, nice. Okay. So what is your go-to meal?
Um, my go-to meal, if I had to take one, would be I'd say hamburger helper.
Okay. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So what is your playlist when you're just jamming before a game?
Um, we have a volleyball playlist that we play throughout like practices and during the on the bus rides to anywhere we go and during our warm-ups and everything. I think that like we all get together before the game and we all like put songs on that playlist in like the order we want them to go.
Okay, okay. So what is one of your songs that you would put in those playlists? Kind of is it kind of like a feel thing or is it kind of like is it kind of tradition you would put like a certain song and stuff like that?
Um, I think that I put firework because we all like look at each other and we all just get like I don't like a feeling that and we all just like start singing it and dancing to it.
Okay, like a little bit of a self-care thing when you have the butterflies and stuff like that when you get nervous. Okay, I like it. So, what are some things that you do for self-care when you have schoolwork, when you have to balance that with volleyball, to kind of look through and kind of do?
Um, I'd say I just get home and I just like I'd eat dinner and then I'd go and shower and then I just get to what I know that I'm gonna have to get done for school tomorrow in order to get my mindset off of that for the next game or the next practice after that school day.
Absolutely. So, what are some things that you're interested in studying on the next level on in college and stuff like that?
Um, I definitely want to do something. Little kid's so cute, and I just always like if I see a little kid, I always just want to go up and like see what their personality is. And I'm thinking about elementary teaching. I'm not sure what grade yet, but definitely something involving little kids.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, because my history as being a swim instructor, me interning at South Central last year. So I like that. Okay. Um, so, okay. What is your dream school if you got recruited by, okay, to play 2 years from now?
Um, my dream school would be probably Florida State, just because it's in somewhere that's definitely very warm, and I love the coast area and it's always hot there and that's always like my go-to place if I want to go somewhere for vacation and everything. And it's going to be a bigger school and it's just going to be like the type of weather and it's more tropical area.
Okay. So you're looking for more tropical, more this and that because of where we're at and stuff. I get that and stuff. Okay. So I'm glad you kind of said that because our co-host actually is a Florida State Seminole. And she's like in her last year as studying communications down there. So maybe I'll put a good word and stuff like that and everything like that along those lines. But anyway, uh so, how did you like having almost all your guys' games streamed this year here on Regan's Corner Sports Network?
I really think that it's a cool thing that you do. I think we all really appreciate it because if there's a game that my dad forgot his iPad or it wasn't working or something happened, I knew that we could always go to like your page and definitely get the film that like if we needed it or we could go and watch it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, you're always welcome on here, Tatum. Just give me a ring, okay? And for the highlight stuff, I will send a couple colleges that I'm thinking of, kind of to your parents and all that stuff. But stay orbiting my friend and go satellites.
Yes.